Welcome to Luxury in Moderation, where we appreciate the finer things in life without going overboard. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Joanne, and every week I upload videos on luxury handbags and other luxury lifestyle products to hopefully give you some really good tips, or if you're just curious to hear about these products. So if you love these topics, please feel free to subscribe below, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for watching. So today we have a tag video, which is the 3 worst luxury purchases created by the lovely Francesca from It's Chex. And I was tagged by Liz Hurling and also Miss Photogenic by Jen. And I know I'm a little late filming this tag video, but that's because I was really trying to think of the perfect 3 products to name in this video. And honestly, I'm still not sure I picked the right items to talk about, so I actually have an honorable mention at the end. So let's get started. So the very first luxury purchase that I kind of regret buying is this leather jacket that I just put on to show you guys. So basically, I had been wanting a leather jacket for a while because I had heard that it was a staple in a woman's closet, like a little black dress or a nice pair of designer jeans. It's a piece that would never go out of style and you'll be able to wear it all the time. So I had been on the lookout for a leather jacket, and when I moved to New York, I had access to sample sales. So when Reiss had their sample sale, I saw this leather jacket and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a leather jacket. It's what I've been looking for, and I'm never going to find a leather jacket at such a discounted price, so I better grab it now. Even though the jacket was a little bit small for me, so you can see that my shoulder is like right there. It's even a little bit small, but there wasn't another size in this. It's a little bit restricting, so you can see like if I try to like grab something or put my arm over, it's like not that like movable. But in addition to this sizing issue, I also was pretty disappointed at how not warm the jacket is. So I had assumed that a leather jacket would keep me relatively warm when it's like starting to get into like the fall and winter months, and I would be able to wear this out at night because, you know, like people wear leather jackets on motorcycles and it like keeps the wind out, right? So I assumed that it would be really warm. But the first few times I wore this out at night, I was actually still like pretty cold and shivering inside this leather jacket. So I was like, what's going on here? So please let me know if leather jackets are supposed to be warm, because now I'm very confused. Like, is this like normal? And also because it's a little bit tight on me, it's not like I can wear like layers of like warm sweaters under this, right? So after that, I just never really reached for this leather jacket, and I haven't worn it much at all since buying it. So you can see here, it's the Reiss tag, and this is in a size USA 0. So I probably should have gone for a 2, but the sample sale didn't have a size 2. And the leather quality is pretty nice. Like, it's soft, supple, and smooth, but you can see here a little bit that like the brown dye of the leather has come off a little bit, or like I'm not sure like why it's a little bit white there. I'm like, is it my foundation that's like rubbed off on the leather, or is it just like it rubbing against my neck and then the dye coming off? I don't know. I've definitely made a little bit more of an effort this year to wear this jacket a little bit more. So like I think I've worn it like 3 times this year, but before this year I like didn't even reach for it like for 2 whole years. It does have some nice detailing. There's zipper on the sleeve, and then you can see on the side there's also a zipper in the pocket here. And again, it is a beautiful piece. I think it's just, first of all, the sizing issue, and then also because it doesn't keep me warm at night, which is how I intended to use it. I don't really know where to wear this jacket to, right? Like, I don't need to wear it to work or anything like that. So I'm trying to just use it when I can, when the weather is like just a little bit cold, but not too cold. And I definitely think that I fell into the trap of sample sales because like, even though it's a really great perk to have access to sample sales, you know, part of living in New York City and having access to these designers' clothes at such a discounted price is nice. I've had a lot of bad experiences with them because I got caught up in like the sale mentality. Again, I like ignore the size that I should really be getting because, you know, at these sales, there's only certain sizes. Or when I went to the Rent the Runway sample sales, those were clothes that had been rented out many times already, and there was usually something wrong with it, like a stain or a rip, and I didn't pay attention to those things at first, and once I bought it with no return policy, I was stuck with, you know, some clothes that I was a little bit disappointed in. So I definitely like have to realize that sample sales can be a great thing, but they can also be like a trap. The second luxury purchase I regret buying are actually my current glasses from Burberry. So this is the case that it came in. It's a really nice case. It's not too big and, you know, it's pretty compact, so you can travel with it pretty nicely. And then it also came in this dust bag, so a little Burberry dust bag that you can use to clean the glasses. And then these are the actual glasses. So this, you can see the Burberry check there. And I think that they're pretty stylish, and I just got these this past January. So I had been looking for a new pair of glasses, something that I wouldn't feel self-conscious wearing out and like letting people see me in glasses. So I didn't want something to look too like nerdy or geeky, and I saw these on sale at my optometrist's office, and I was like, well, that's great because, you know, it's a designer piece. I think it looks pretty cute with the thick black rims, and then you can also, you know, see the designer detailing there. So I purchased it, and even though it was on sale, it was still like at least $400, if not like $600. So it was still like quite a lot of money for a pair of glasses. So after I bought it, just after the first hour of wearing it, I realized that the fit wasn't great because when I had tried it on, I didn't really move around in it, and I didn't realize that like if I tilt my head down, the earpiece wasn't fit right, so it would like fall down. So I went back and I was trying to get them to size it to fit correctly, and they were like adjusting the curvature of the earpiece, but it took a really long time and it still wasn't fitting really great. But I felt like I couldn't find the perfect fit for it, so I was just like, okay, let's just like go and hopefully it'll work out and it'll be okay. Well, it hasn't been, and every time I wear my glasses, like it either falls forward on me when I lean my head a little bit, or it actually gives me a headache because it presses on my ear because like the fit is not right. And I could do a whole nother video on glasses and what a headache it can be to like find the perfect one and have it fit on your face correctly because, you know, everyone has a different face shape. It's really hard to get the right fit. I probably should have just picked another pair, but I really regret making that decision in January to just like go with the glasses and how they fit. Then I thought I could suck it up for like a year before getting another pair next year, but honestly, it's been so bad. I'm really tired of these glasses already, and it was a really bad decision on my part, so I cannot wait to get rid of them and get another pair of glasses in January so I can stop wearing these and it can stop giving me a headache. My third worst luxury purchase is a handbag, and it's actually my beautiful Lady Dior in the large patent leather. So I actually feel really bad about ragging on this bag again because I've mentioned it in previous videos. And on those videos, I did focus on the fact that it was really hard to get in and out of because I have the old model with the zipper. And I know that they have changed the design to be a flat bag now, so it doesn't have the zipper, and I think it's a little bit easier to get in and out of. However, this time I want to not focus on that and actually talk about just this style, which is the top handle, and it does come with a crossbody bag, because I really tried to give this bag a chance again, and I took it out to the mall. And at first I did start carrying the bag as a top handle, so I was, holding it just like this with a few things inside, and then I went to grab a cup of coffee. So then I wanted my hands free. And I was also getting a little bit tired of just holding it in my hand because my arms were getting a little bit tired. I was carrying it for a couple hours by then. So then I went to put the crossbody strap on. And it just goes across on the hardware here that also holds the top handle in place. So you can just snap it on pretty quick, and then I threw it over my shoulder. But then I found it was kind of hard to get in and out of the bag still, because then when I had to move the handles out of the way and then, reach inside, it was like these top handles were getting stuck where the crossbody, or where the strap was holding it, because you can see, it's overlapping. So it's not like this could fall open. It kind of holds it and shut too. So it was also kind of hard to get in there and, get it to a place where I could reach inside nicely. So even over my shoulder, I was feeling a little bit restricted just because of how these straps are attached. So I really didn't think this through when I purchased this Lady Dior style. I just saw it, and especially in this color, as a really classic piece. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a classic Dior bag, and it's also in this neutral. It's a staple in the closet. I should just grab it when I can. And I didn't really think of the fact that I am not a person who likes top handle bags. I like having my hands free because I usually have a drink in one hand, and then I'm always, holding some other stuff in my hands, like my phone or my car keys. And then if it's raining and you need to hold an umbrella, just forget it. I'm definitely dropping something. So on that day that I went to the mall and I had the strap on, it was raining and I was holding an umbrella, and I definitely dropped my keys on the ground, and it was just a little bit too fussy for me. So I really do try to stay away from top handle bags now, just because I know that's not the kind of bag that works for my lifestyle and for how clumsy I am. So I've actually decided that I'm okay to part with this bag, even though it is a neutral color and it is a classic, beautiful piece. If you're interested, just DM me. I'll give you a good price, but for me, it's just not a style that I'll ever be able to use. And even though the Lady Diors are so popular right now, I just know that I can't work with the top handle style. All right, and now for our honorable mention for a bad luxury purchase. It's actually this perfume right here. And this is the Dolce Gabbana Light Blue in Dreaming in Portofino. So you can see if I can get that to focus. If not, I'll take a photo. But I bought this perfume around 8 years ago, and you can see that I have used so little of it. And basically, I had felt that I needed to be a perfume wearer. And a lot of my friends or family or people on YouTube talking about how wonderful these scents are and how they have a signature scent, or this scent makes me feel sensual, or this scent makes you feel sexy. And I was like, okay, well, I should probably start getting some fragrances in my collection. And I started looking for something that I loved because I am pretty sensitive. Some scents make me sneeze, and I really fell in love with this Dolce & Gabbana scent. So I bought this little size first just to make sure, I wasn't making a mistake, and I actually loved the scent. And then, I used it a couple times and I was like, yes, definitely, like, I'm gonna make this my signature scent. So then I went to buy actually 2 huge bottles of it. It was like a really big size, and I never touched those. I stopped wearing this one after like a couple weeks, and I don't even know what happened to the big ones. I don't know if I like sold it or gave it away or something. I don't have them anymore. But I just realized that I'm not a person who really wears perfume a lot, and I could never get myself in the habit. I have tried a lot, and I've been fortunate enough to be given scents as gifts, so that's why, I have a selection of other perfumes here, and I do love them. I do think they smell great. But I rarely think about putting it on in the morning when I go to work or when I'm going out to dinner or anything. Like when I go on date nights with my fiance, like I think about it. I think about spraying something on me, but then I never really do. So it's a rare occasion when I actually spray any of my scents that I have. And even now, whenever I see some YouTubers say like, oh, this new scent is really amazing, you gotta try it, it smells so good, or like, I think it's gonna be my new signature scent, or I always use this. For some reason, I am just like drawn to that idea of being a person who wears perfume, and yet I know that I'm not a perfume wearer. So I really hold myself back from buying luxury perfume. Like I know LV has their own perfume line and Hermes, and I think like, oh, well, if I really loved it, maybe that would change me and I would suddenly become this person who wears fragrance and perfume more often. But in reality, in practicality, I just don't wear perfume. So this was an honorable mention because, I didn't spend so much money on, this luxury regret purchase. Like it's just this little bottle plus the 2 jumbo ones. But I still regret like fooling myself into thinking that I could be a person who wears perfume a lot. So I hope this video was not only entertaining, but also helpful to share, some of the reasons why I regret some of my purchases. I hope you don't make the same mistakes and, waste your money on a lot of these expensive items. Just really try to know yourself and experiment with more value-friendly things before going for that luxury purchase. So for example, like I totally could have gotten like a top handle from a contemporary brand to really understand if that style was for me before grabbing the Lady Dior. And I'm still really curious about, what you guys think about leather jackets, if they're worth it, if they're really a staple, like what situations should I use them in? Because I still really don't know what I'm doing with mine. And thank you so much for watching. If you loved this video, please subscribe. I would love to share more of my luxury journey with you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!